All right, I think I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Man, I'm starting to lose the number of days I've been in quarantine. Sorry about the delay. Had to check on a couple of things. I want to bring you guys a couple of really cool charts today that I want to briefly discuss. And just got delayed a little bit. I, of course, apologize and waiting for your live chat, and we will get the show on the road. So the market finally did the expected for the first time in a little while. So I'm not going to say I'm crazy happy about it, but my portfolio certainly was. And all right, come on, waiting for that live chat to come in, and then we will get it up and running. I think this is my 25th day of isolation. Oh man, I think I have about 2 months in me because I'm starting to get a little antsy here. It was really fun in the beginning because I'm used to just being surrounded by people. So it's great when it started, but now I kind of want to see friends and family again. And I'm not going to be traveling anytime soon, but at least seeing people that are around me would not be a bad idea. Okay, there's your live chat. Closing this. And all right, you can get the show on the road and take a look at some happy candles. Sure, everybody got the reference. What am I sharing here? Oh, hey, I want to point you guys' attention. The videos from the unconfiscatable poker tournament are out. Not many people watch this. I mean, if I'm not live streaming, then no one really sees. But here it is. Actually, let me update this so you can get some views. The views on my videos are pretty consistent. They are in that 10,000 view range. Never in my life have I ever paid for a subscriber or a viewer. I wouldn't even know where to go about getting paid views or paid subscribers. There we are. We are live now. That's the trailer video. To get the full video, please subscribe to the Unconfiscatable YouTube channel. That's where we have all the videos from the Unconfiscatable conference, and the poker, the full-length poker video was released there. It's unfortunate it took so long to get that video out, but you know, with this quarantine, it was actually a little bit hard to get some of that work done. Eventually, this page will load as well. All right, let's go to the charts. I guess we will begin with Bitcoin, and I'll try to begin and end with Bitcoin with these videos. Yeah, here is the full-length unconfiscatable video. Not many views. Hopefully, more people will watch. But yeah, check out the tournament. It was a lot of fun, and can't wait to do it all again next year. Okay, let us get on the way. The big picture. Here's the big picture. It actually does not look that different than when I looked at it this morning because the candle has not adjusted yet. But I will continue to view Bitcoin. Whoa, what is this? When did this show up? Oh, maybe that's volume. Why is that? Why is it there? That wasn't there before. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I expect Bitcoin to stay in this triangle for a while so that neither the bulls nor the bears would be happy. Oh, this is the full history of Bitcoin. I have to update a presentation, so I don't really need this chart anymore. The monthly chart, not much has changed. This is not good, but a 2 has not gone below a 1. So maybe next month we go lower, but I really hope not, and I don't think we will. So the weekly chart, this is the big one here, but it's telling us nothing, and it's going to keep telling us nothing. The weekly chart has not been aligned with anything, right? So this is where the weekly chart goes bearish, and this is where that bearish trade has to exit according to sequential. Now, in reality, you would exit that bearish trade long before this happens. So the weekly chart is telling you to stay patient. Don't trade. You will have plenty of chances to get in. If you happen to buy one of these lows during the wick, I recommend holding, hodling that position. At least that's what I'm doing. Maybe I shouldn't recommend it, but that's what I'm doing. I am hodling that position that I picked up right here. I didn't catch this, but I caught this. I caught 4,500. This is the week of March 16th. I was already out of Africa, and I was able to catch this right around 4,500 with GBTC. So whatever price that was, and that worked out great. Right now, stay patient. No reason to rush into anything from the weekly perspective. The daily perspective, I'm going to flip to Heikinashi to show you that the daily perspective is currently on a red 6, and in about 10 minutes, we're going to have a red 7. I'm pretty certain of that because we just have to stay below a 3 close. So we will get a red 7, and I am watching how we get into that 9 candle. Okay, let's go to regular candles now. Really wish this closed as a red 5, just like one more tick down, and it would have. We are getting dangerously close to the stop and reverse point. Next candle, the stop and reverse point will be around here, and we have the potential of breaking it, if not on the next candle, then the candle after. And that would create a bearish sign for Bitcoin. Okay, now some of my friends that are also traders in the space are way more bearish on Bitcoin than I am, and we'll see who's right. Now, I am, of course, cautious. I am not rushing into the bullish trades. I believe Bitcoin has bottomed, but right now, I do not see a reason to rush into Bitcoin because the weekly trend is telling you not to trade, and the daily trend is actually bearish. We have now gone, the triangle has ended. The triangle did not reach its target. It did not even come close, and that is a bad sign. So at the moment, I am more short-term. I'm short-term bearish Bitcoin. I am neutral long-term bearish Bitcoin. And by long-term, I mean intermediate term with the weekly candles. Weekly candles are neutral. Daily candles are signaling bearish. I'm not sure I would short Bitcoin here, but I'm certainly not rushing in to buy it into a long trade. The 4-hour chart has clearly broken out. Whoa. The 4-hour chart has clearly broke. Oh, wait. There's one more thing I really want to check. I want to see the BitMax funding rate. Interesting. So it's still favoring the bulls. The BitMax funding rate is still favoring the bulls. So keep that in mind. The MACD, however, is about to roll over with the next candle. We will go back to Bitcoin after I cover all the other markets, so we can take a look at how the next candle has played out with some of those oscillators. I'm actually going to leave the oscillators on. The 4-hour chart, I'm going to pull up the oscillators. I'm just curious. MACD looks bad. CMF looks bad. RSI looks bad. And all of them have plenty of room to get worse. That is an old descending channel, folks. That is a very old descending channel. I don't even know from where. Wow, look at those old annotations. That descending channel, I don't think it's going to play a significant role anymore, because that means Bitcoin is going to go down to 2,000, which I personally do not believe that it will. Let's double click this. better. And double click that. That's not helping. Okay, so let's do this. All right, here we go. That's better. So the 4-hour chart didn't top on a 9, but a 9 was relevant. And we had this channel. And we broke out of this channel in an orderly fashion. And we're currently on a 5. So the 9's coming tomorrow. Keep an eye on that 9. I would like to see a bounce off of that 9 and the moving average on the 4-hour chart. Can very well happen. At this point, I do anticipate this low breaking. We are now back below the support lines. I am looking for a 9 on a 4-hour, and I am looking for this low to break. So the 4-hour chart is in line with the daily chart, sending you bearish signals. Doesn't mean I would short, but it means that I would not be going long. Bitcoin is still very closely correlated with the S&P 500. The S&P 500 had a big fall today, and Bitcoin, while it didn't fall a lot, it certainly fell. This is the futures in Bitcoin on the daily chart. It fell, though it didn't fall that much, relatively speaking. GBTC also fell. I will wait. I would love to buy this dip. I just need to buy this dip properly. This isn't going anywhere. This is the Bitcoin's dominance. I think sometime later this year, there might be a crackdown on stable coins, which will, in my opinion, send Bitcoin dominance through the roof. Now we have a new high in Bitcoin hash rate. I have it. Bitcoin hash rate is up 800% since the beginning of 2018. Very nice. I can't wait to look at this chart after. Can't wait to look at this chart after. What am I trying to say here? After the halving. Sorry, doing a few things at once here. Yeah, Bitcoin's dominance has not been very good this year, so maybe I'll look at it, you know, as leave the chart like this as it moves forward. What is this? Gold. I got out of silver. I wasn't in gold. I am watching gold for a 1 to 4 candle correction, and I may be interested in getting back into gold. So to me, this is a classic 1 to 4 candle correction followed by the countdown phase to the upside. If we can get a green 2 going above a green 1, going above a 9, I think it is very likely gold could challenge the all-time highs. Silver, I got out of my silver trade yesterday, right in the upper half of this 9 candle, which was absolutely beautiful. I am watching this 1 to 4 candle pullback, and then I will consider getting back into silver. Oil is absolutely fascinating. Oil just made a new low. The prior swing low, can't see my numbers. The prior swing low was 1927, and today's swing low was 1920. Oil has just made a new low. The daily chart is telling me not to go long. I'm certainly not going to go short oil. I mean, the time to short oil is long gone. So I will continue to wait. There are no more countdowns happening on oil. The last countdown was right here, the sequential. We had its combo, we had its aggressive, we had its sequential. There's nothing going on. Looking at the weekly chart, we had a weekly 9 buy back in this area, and we continued to go lower. We are on a weekly 6 and a monthly 4. Guys, everyone keeps asking me about the multi-time frame indicator here. No one has access to this but me. I don't know how I'm going to provide you access. Even for those people that have access to this, this is a separate indicator, and I don't want to maintain another list of granted access people. So I will talk to my developer one more time to see if we can integrate this into this indicator at next release, because this is not only multi-time frame, it's also multi-asset. But I haven't really been using the multi-asset. It's really good and it's really useful, but I just find multi-time frame so much better. And we couldn't stuff both of them into the indicator. We couldn't stuff multi-time frame and multi-asset into the indicator because it was just too much code. It was too much code. And but maybe, just maybe, I can get them to stuff the multi-time frame into this code, and then we'll just wait on the multi-asset stuff until Pine gets freaking arrays. Come on, guys. I mean, I took my computer science, feels like 25 years ago, and even I learned arrays in my C++ level 1 course. Please add arrays if you are watching this and you are working for TradingView and you can have any say in the Pine language, please add arrays. It will make this indicator so much better and more efficient, and we can do more stuff with it. All right, complaint over. So the weekly is still on a 6, and I would love for the weekly to get to a 9. And what that means is the daily needs to get to a 9 and then have a 1 to 4 candle correction and then enter the countdown phase. And then all the stars can align. And if they can align at a $10 oil price, that would be absolutely beautiful. And here we go, the big kahuna. Let me open something. Can I drag this in here? Yes, I can. Not sure what I just showed there. Hope I didn't dox anything. I wanted to stick it here. Beautiful. Can I open it? That's taking its sweet time. Jeez. Okay. Sure, take your time. It's like 1995 again, and I'm let me not say what I was what pictures we were all watching load at this pace back in 1995, but take a wild guess. But if you can guess who was in the picture, that would be impressive. Please don't, though. Oh, God, it's going to do it all over again now? Jesus. Damn. Bernoulli, do you really have all 31 seasons of Joy of Painting? That's awesome. Jesus Christ, this is worse than what I used to. I'm looking at the names you guys posting. It definitely brings back memories. No, it definitely wasn't Monica. Oh, God. You guys are making it worse. All right. Oh, maybe it'll keep downloading while I talk about the S&P 500. All right. So here's the S&P 500 today. As expected, the S&P 500 went down finally. So I did tweet out something stupid today. I said that, hey, we only had one double up day on the way down, and we never had two double down days on the way up, but we did. It was this one and this one. But because the gap was so freaking huge that I kind of missed it, I kind of saw it as a big white candle in the middle. So I think there is a change in trend coming. If tomorrow is a down day that closes lower than this low, I think we're going down. Now, how far do we go down? The best case scenario is this 20 period moving average. That's the best case scenario. I think we are good to go down to this 20 period moving average. We would also back test this consolidation. This consolidation at 2630 area. I think we're going to go down towards that area. That's how my portfolio is positioned. Today was a nice day for me personally in the market. I was completely net short going into today. I wasn't really a big fan of this run up in the second half of the day. But we can go to the 10-minute chart and we can kind of dissect it a little bit. Are we closer? Oh, we're getting there. We'll get there eventually. And we're going to talk about what this is. Let's do the 10-minute chart. So, okay, that's the 10-minute chart. That's the end of day. Sorry. Let's go to the start of day. Where did we open? We opened here. So we started to go down in pre-market. We hit this 9 before pre-market. And I was talking about that, saying that, hey, this 9 shouldn't really matter. Now, this 9 led to a 1 to 4 candle correction, and then we continued to go down. So because we never broke setup trend, we fully completed the countdown phase, though not on the combo. The combo countdown phase is still going. We have made yet another 9, and we are therefore having another countdown phase. Now, I don't really care about countdown phases on a 10-minute chart. So right here, this was very, very interesting. So this was a nice little battle. And I did mention it in my Telegram group. I'm sorry, you guys can't enter it. You need access to the indicator. So this was a battle between two forces, and two forces that I was watching. Other people are watching other stuff. The battle was between a descending triangle a beautiful, almost picture perfect descending triangle like this. Beautiful descending triangle that was to send the S&P down the path of 33 points down. But what did it run up against? You can see it right here. It ran up against the hourly 9. So I thought the triangle would win. When this candle was forming, the 6 candle, I was pretty damn sure we were going to go lower, but we did not. So if oh, whoa, what's happening? What is this? Some announcement come at 8 p.m. today? Somebody announced earnings? If anybody knows what just caused that, let me know. I'm curious. Because once again, I was looking for more downside. Let me see if this amounts to anything. Something just happened. It's too big of a candle at exactly 8 p.m. At an area where, from a TA perspective, it should be going down. So this is some kind of news, in my opinion. But I don't know what the news is. Maybe it's because Bitcoin's pumping. Well, if this just happened, then Bitcoin is probably pumping. Let's go and take a look. It's not pumping that much. Moved like $10. But something just happened. Yeah, Fed pushed the buy button. People are saying volume is massive. I personally, I'm still net short. I didn't take any exits on anything. I'm bearish this market. So I am curious what's going on right now. I'm bearish in the market. So I expected a bad open tomorrow with more downside. So whatever, I mean, I can't really turn on the news. I actually don't own cable anyway. So if anyone knows what just happened. All right, anyway, so I was expecting it to drop because of the triangle, but I was also aware of the 1 hour 9. The 1 hour 9 won that battle. Look, it's still moving. That's a big move in aftermarket. That's a big move, guys. That's not normal. 0.5% at a time where half the world's asleep. Very interesting. You'll be hard pressed to find candles like this at 8 p.m. or later. Almost never happens without news. This has to be news related. See, the problem with traditional markets is I can't get out of my short trades. So if this keeps pumping up to 3,000 S&P, there's absolutely nothing I can do. $1,200 checks arrive. Yeah, but none of them are putting that money in the stock market. Trust me. Arthur Hayes moved his funds to the legacy markets. Yeah, that could probably do it. That was funny. Yeah, no, I didn't close my shorts. I'm still short in the market. I mean, if it doesn't go much higher, I'm still better off than when it closed. Remember, the market today closed. When the hell did it close? I think it closed like here. Yeah, the market closed here. So it's still down from the close, but I really wanted it to open at new lows. We just made new lows. We did make a low on a 9. The 1 to 4 candle correction played out. We were already on our way down, and I have no idea what the hell did that. So anyway, so the triangle was up against the 1 hour buy signal, and the 1 hour buy signal won that battle for me. While I was looking for the triangle, straighten that up a bit. While I was looking for the triangle to push it down, the hourly chart had other plans. Here's the 9 playing out, and there was a 9 on top over here, which worked well. This 9, 1 to 4 candle correction, peaked, and down we went. And then whatever the hell is happening right now is very, very strange. Okay, the bigger picture we'll see tomorrow. I think we are going to go down from here. I could be wrong. We could do one of these candles again tomorrow. We can open up here and go up, in which case I would immediately be getting out of my short exposure. Because if we can break this moving average, The next set of resistance is here and there, and that's too high for my positions. And in the options market, time is your enemy. Hey, I gotta get on CNBC or Bloomberg as a guest first before I can pitch them some kind of a show. Okay, did this finally load? Yes, it did. Okay, so people have asked me, why do I use the S&P 500 instead of the Dow Jones? So here is the S&P 500, and here is the Dow Jones. My biggest problem with the Dow Jones is that the current companies that people really care about are not represented in the Dow Jones. We have Apple, and let's look for the next tech company. Microsoft, IBM, and that's pretty much it. I don't see any other tech companies besides those three. So to me, tech is the future. And for starters, Dow the company needs to be replaced in Dow Jones with Amazon. Now here is the S&P 500. Whoa. Here is the S&P 500. Microsoft is the biggest component. Apple is second, Amazon is third, Google is fourth, then Facebook, then Johnson & Johnson, then Berkshire Hathaway, and then we go from there, right? So I would really love to see Amazon and Google and maybe even Facebook in the Dow Jones, okay? But at least Amazon, at the least Amazon. So to me, the S&P 500 is just a better representative of the general market, only because of this, and this. I mean, I think Johnson & Johnson is in the Dow. Berkshire Hathaway, I mean, I don't really care for companies that invest in other companies. That, you know, it's kind of like, it's just like, I don't know. I don't really care for them. And I think Procter & Gamble is in the Dow, and JP Morgan might be in the Dow, but we can check, right? Yeah, Johnson & Johnson is there, Procter & Gamble is there, JP Morgan is there, right? But it's the tech side. It's the tech side that bothers me, and I would love to see a little more tech. I guess Cisco is a tech company, but I would like to see more of the more recent tech in the Dow Jones. I don't even know what Raytheon Technologies is. Should probably look that one up. And that's why I don't use the Dow, and I prefer the S&P. Now, when it comes to the NASDAQ, this is the NASDAQ 100. Well, the NASDAQ 100 is too tech heavy. But since you want a copy of this list, so it's really easy. I mean, this was literally done in Excel, and this was done like in the 10 minutes before I went live. Somebody did it. So all you got to do is just Google S&P 500 and its components, throw it into Excel, and hit a button on Excel that says generate a pie chart. This is not like fancy or rocket science, and this changes every time the indices get reweighed. So yeah, so you can just literally just like Google S&P. I did this earlier, 500 weightings, and like the first link would tell you all the components of the S&P and what their weight is. So you just like copy this, put it in Excel, and make a chart out of it using the name of the company and the weight to make a pie chart. This is it's pretty simple. Oh, Raytheon is a defense company. Okay. Got it. Okay, so so just keep these in mind. They also use a different formula. One is price weighted, one is market cap weighted. So not price weighted, sorry. One is, I forget. Like the formulas are very different. Dow Jones, not gonna get into it. NASDAQ, not gonna get into it. NASDAQ's doing really well. I'd rather look at some stocks. Here is the VIX. So, like I said, sometimes you eat the market, sometimes the market eats you. So it was very unfortunate that the tradable version of the VIX gave you a 9 that was very difficult to trade to the upside. And this was not a reversal candle, while the VIX itself gave you a very shitty trade. So I never entered this trade. I wanted to go long the VIX off the 9 with VXX. My broker didn't let me. I didn't have the right permissions. I have the right permissions now to do it, but I missed the trade because it jumped overnight to the upside. So that's it. Oh, this was my ironic trade. I got out of my $3 calls, and I sold them for $4.20 of this cannabis stock, which was kind of ironic. Oh, this is a nice chart I showed you guys last time that explains why leveraged ETFs are a disaster for the end consumer. Here is just a $12 move up and down for 10 days. And you can see how your underlying did not change in percentage, but your double or triple leverage ETF, I'm not sure which one they're doing here, but your leverage ETF lost 36%. And this is probably the double, and this is probably the triple. So the triple leverage would have lost you 60%. And that's a big problem. Oh, so I sent out a tweet asking somebody to give me the prospectus and the information behind the Bitcoin fund. I wanted to compare the Bitcoin fund trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange with GBTC on the US exchange. And unfortunately, this thing is like 85 pages. I don't know if my brain is capable of reading 85 pages. I don't know if I have the attention span, but I will give this a look because I am curious if this is a better option than GBTC as a trader. I'm also not sure if my broker will let me buy this in my retirement account. I tried to buy it and I got rejected. So I'm not sure. I didn't try to buy it as an investment. I just tried to buy it to see if I could. I was just going to buy like 100 shares or something, only $1,200. And at the time, yesterday or 2 days ago, and they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me fill the order. So I'd have to call my broker and find out. All right, let's go back to the S&P 500. I'm really curious what the hell is going on. And apparently nothing. Well, not yet. I still don't like it. Like until this goes below these lows, I'm still taking this candle seriously. Things don't just jump 0.5% in the S&P randomly at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that just doesn't happen. That's not normal. Maybe it's normal in the current environment, but usually it's not normal. So I do want to keep an eye on that. Bitcoin, let's see how we're doing. Oh, we should have a new daily candle. Let's go take a look. Oh, here's a new daily candle, and it's so close to breaking the Lucid SAR, which is unfortunate. Oh, the MACD probably crossed. Yep, there's the crossover on the MACD, as I suspected. So the MACD has just gone negative, telling you to go short. The daily, well, I don't like this 2/1. Remember, this is not really a 2 going below a 1. The way I see it in my eyes, or with my eyes, it's really a 6 going. Oh, these Heikin-Ashi candles are weird. Right. So it's really a 7 going below a 6 instead of a 2 going below 1. So this has already been in a short trade, though to me this was a 1 to 4 candle correction, then going up, but it failed very quickly. And now I am looking at more downside. I wonder if Lucid SARs change with Heikinashi. I don't think they do. Interesting. Why are Bitcoin transactions taking hours? I don't know. Need Jimmy Song. Oh, I want to show you guys one more thing. Friend of mine sent me a chart. I have to find it now. I get so many messages in Telegram, it's insane, but it's still the only way I can be borderline organized. Here it is. I completely agree. So this is where it gets interesting. So this is why I always thought that Bitcoin was going to pull back to 1350. But I no longer think that it's going to pull back to 1350. So the big question is, what changed? Let's go to the big picture of Bitcoin. Monthly chart's good. I'll make it, wait, that's monthly. I'll make it regular candles. So what has changed? How come I thought that we could go to 13 or 1500 right here, closing the gap with this? This was the gap right here. The high on this candle, sorry. Yeah, I mean, he's using the gap over here, but like this was never back tested. I'm okay with this top versus this top. On this picture, it looks weird, but in reality, this is 1350 right there, and that is 1240. On this chart, it's 1198, but on Mt. Gox, this was 1241. I remember that, or 1242, I should say. I remember that pretty clearly. So if I go back to this picture, it says no man's land, never tested. From here, from this high, never pulled back to it. And that is true. That is absolutely true. So let's go back to my long-term view. As you can see, I anticipated us to come at least within spitting distance of this point. What has changed? The answer is time. Time has changed. This, if this was to happen, I expected it to happen with over a year before the halving event. We are just too close to the halving. And after the halving, I do not expect this to happen. So how do I rationalize the fact that we never back tested an area we should have back tested? This has happened before. We went up to $30 right here in 2011. And the closest we came to back testing it was right here at the bottom of this candle. And the low on this candle is $51.29. The high here should be about $30, $31.90. So we came just shy. So $31.90, let's say 32. $51.29, let's say 51. So 32 to 51, what is that a difference of? That's a difference, and I think we went a little bit lower actually. This is an average, but I remember that week right after Cyprus confiscation. And if you look at it on a daily chart, this looks a lot different. We came down over several days. We just came down fast. And we just came up shy. And while going into the Silk Road shutdown, October 1st, when the market dropped from 120 down to 80 bucks, the expectation was, hey, we can still backtest $30. We just fell to 80 bucks. 30 is not that far away, but we didn't. And what changed was time. Look how much time it took. This was in 2011. The halving was here. And after the halving, it was going to be very difficult to backtest something from 3 years ago. So it's the same logic. While I really expected us to backtest this area within the same halving event, because remember, the halving took place in 2016. So when we made these highs of 1350, we were within the same halving period. And I do not expect us to go back to 1350 in the next halving period. If it was to happen, it was supposed to happen back in 2019. But 2019 was mostly an up year. It doesn't matter if it was up because of scams and that Ponzi scheme out of China. It doesn't matter why it was up. It was up. And enough time has gone by to prevent us from going that low. And that's why I don't believe we're going to go that low. And that's why I am already bullish. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin. See what's going on. Bitcoin is still dropping, and it's dropping pretty hard. We're at 6,500. This is the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart should bottom at a 9 fairly soon. Well, not that soon, but by the time tomorrow's market opens. And here's the daily chart. The daily chart is dangerously close of breaking the SAR. I still think these lows in low 6,000 will hold. And I am looking for a buying opportunity in Bitcoin on a Heikinashi 9. And I have to use Heikinashi 9s because the regular accounts got broken by a few dollars. So I am looking for, this is tomorrow's candle already. So this would be, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday, so Friday. So Friday, I'm sorry, this is the Thursday candle. So Friday and Saturday. So sometime over the weekend, I would expect Bitcoin to bounce. Let's go back to the S&P. Yeah, so I have no clue what the hell that was. And now this is a beautiful setup. If this was happening during live trading hours, I would see this as a gorgeous short, just like a perfect shorting opportunity. But in after hours, I wouldn't touch it because the liquidity is not there. I would even raise that line up. I would right there. This would normally, during normal market trading hours, this is an absolute short for me. So I would short right here. I would never do it at 8 p.m. But as a setup, as an educational setup, and remember, we're not just breaking these lows. I would short right at that red line, and there it goes. Look, we're breaking that triangle. This is the same triangle. It's within, again, like almost identical, right? With this descending triangle that we drew earlier. I'm not sure why it got distorted. I guess I distorted it with the hourly chart. But there's that triangle. And should bring this back a little bit to touch as many candles as I can without breaking them. So something like this. And this would normally be a beautiful shorting opportunity. So how far do I think this will go down? Well, I already have the arrow from the triangle, and I bet you this is very, very similar to the high here. Yeah, 38 points, and the other one was 33 points. So let's split the difference. Let's make it 35 points. So this is what I'm looking at on the break of this line. This line is pretty critical. We can move this to an hourly chart. Oh boy. See, this is not good. And I'll tell you why. Because there is lots of support right here. I don't really want to get into wishful thinking because I am short in the market. So in a way, I am biased. I am 100% biased, guys. And I'll be honest about being biased. I am 100% biased. I am short in this market, and I will see any opportunity to call out things that look bad into the short direction. However, this is, if I was long in the market, this candle would scare the shit out of me at this point because it just broke a very critical level of support. And what I said was, if we do reach this target, it creates a big problem because now we are reaching another critical level of support. And this is how things get very, very bad. You can also see this as a head and shoulder-ish situation. We get here, we maybe bounce, then go back to this red line, and the break of this red line takes us down to the blue line. And the blue line is once again going to be hard. I think the best candidate, actually, yeah, see the blue line, look at it, it back tested it already. So if we get back to the blue line, that is also very, very bad because it'll probably mean we're going to break it down. And if we go to this blue line, there is no history of this line being support. Like, this just gets worse and worse and worse. I almost need to look at an hourly chart to find where we can get some reasonable support. But right now, this is looking bad, really bad. I just don't see. Oh, this is the hourly chart. Shit. Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, we really needed to go higher and then fall down to this area to hold support to go higher. Breaking this red line, it's hard for me to picture support anywhere other than maybe this purple, and only because nothing's there. This may not end well for the S&P, but I'm very biased in that statement. Tone, your analysis is one of the best, but are you forgetting that the whole world is shut down and millions of people have lost their jobs? That's what changed. Well, no, I'm not forgetting that. That's why I'm short in the market. And that's why I lost a bunch of money last week trying to be short in the market, and it kept going higher. So I'm trying it again this week. So I certainly haven't forgotten, but you should watch my video from a few weeks ago where I talked about how Bitcoin, oh, that's cool. How do you get these interesting shapes? Hey, Toby, that's pretty cool. That's funny. That was just a weird pump. All right, let's go back to the 10-minute chart. This is a very bad break. So in my biased opinion, I think the market is going to go down at least 30 points off that break. We may back test this break. We may fall halfway or a third of the way and then back test it. But this is a very bad break. Very bad. That is a very critical support line. It may mean nothing because it happened in the middle of the night, but from a TA perspective, if I was in an actual cave, not knowing what time of day it is, this would be very bad. All right, I need to get going, guys. I got to get the options workshop up for sale. Hey, I haven't even promoted my stuff. Hey, guys, if you want to support, please check out the affiliate page. We are going to try to get the options workshop. This on-demand options video is coming back as a workshop at the end of this month. We have a whole new registration system utilizing our own server, utilizing our own Bitcoin node, utilizing BTC Pay server. So we are supporting BTC Pay server, and we want to get the new registration up and running. It's going to be awesome. And the first thing we will do is this options trading workshop. It will be in the workshops area. Right now, it's totally empty. Oh, crap. Okay. Right now, it says upcoming. Good. You can't register yet. But later tonight, hopefully, I got to get on a call with my developer. Later tonight, we're going to get this up for sale. And we'll see what we can do with that. So other than that, please support with affiliates. I love showing off my Embly card, Financial Summit in Bali, and Understanding Bitcoin in Malta. Oh, I got a question from Fiboswani. The fib chart I sent you earlier worked well on my short play. Glad to see it matched with the sequential. Let me see your fib chart. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to review your fib chart. I'm assuming this is it. I can pull it up for the people. Let's see what your fib chart says. Oh, I can't zoom in. Why can't I zoom in? Well, we kind of broke this fib. But yeah, hey, I'm glad it worked for you. Anyway, I'll have to talk to you about your charts. I want to make sure I'm reading them correctly so that I don't screw up. All right, guys. That is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. I'm going to have to talk about this chart in detail. There's also a chart that goes back further, which is awesome. And I will see you all on the next video. Please support the Unconfiscatable YouTube channel, which is not this one, but this one. And we released the poker video. It's only 12 minutes, but it's really, really cool. It goes through some of the highlights of the poker hands and everything. So this is the Unconfiscatable Conference YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I'm still trying to get to 100,000 subs. All right, guys. Took a look at some happy candles today, and I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning before market opens. Bye, guys. Hey, Bitcoin isn't ready to take off yet, but maybe soon.